like this. It just would seem weird for me to be up there. I just feel like I gotta move around, and it's a bad habit. First, thank you, Logan. Logan is a great example. You know, in my Senate office, probably by the time I finished after 6 years, I would almost say 2/3 of my office were former interns that grew through the system. When I was mayor, we had interns. In my Northern Compass, my company, we have interns because we think it's important to expose young people to all kinds of experiences. And I always love it when someone comes and says, well, you know, it takes a lot of work with a young person to help them figure out being an intern. I look at them and say, well, if you just spend a little time and they become like someone like Logan, it will actually help you do your work better. And we sometimes in the Northern Compass, we have 6 employees or 7, and at times we have 3 interns working in there. And we have seen them go on to incredible things. So we love doing it, and so I love doing it personally. I'm going to tell you a couple of stories, but I'm going to weave them in about young people we engaged when I was in the mayor's office, and because they're stories about where I stand and what I believe in education. And before I do that, I always love this. Some of these guys, I know these guys, they show up at some of my events, they're corrections officers. We thank them for their work, but they are not bashful. They come right to the front seats. They're like, I had an event on public safety, they were right there in the front. So there are seats up here, there are seats over here. Don't stand if you don't want to, but maybe they just want to be by the food and the desserts. I'm not sure. But thank you for being out here. It is great to be out here and I think this is in less than a couple of months. We've been out to the valley several times. In a lot of ways, we're traveling all across the state. You know, I got in this race for a lot of things that Logan talked about, and that is, I know all the candidates. I've actually sat down with them before I got into the race, because what I was looking for is the candidate for the next 4 years, whoever it is, has to think about Alaska, not just about today, but what's going to happen 10 years from now. What's going to happen 15 years from now? If I asked you right now, can you tell me the direction and the vision of the state of Alaska and where we're headed? It'd be a tough thing to figure out, because we're in these battles every day. You know, may they be budget, may they be over the permit fund or a gas line, but it's much broader than that. And what I found talking to all these candidates before I decided to get in was to find out, do they have a vision of where Alaska needs to go? What is it going to be like for our young people? I got a question last night at a house event I was at, about 30 people there, and a young person in the back stood up and said, I just want to know why I should come back here after I go to college. That's not a question you really look forward to answering, because when the young person already has that in their mind, they've already made a determination that the opportunities are not here for them. And that's a failure, in my view, of us as Alaskans and the leadership of Alaska, saying here's where we are going to go.
Yes, it is.
Here's how we're going to get there. And there'll be some bumps in the road to get there, but we're going to get there because it's important for our long term. Also, I have not seen the discussion around public safety, education, diversified economy. What I hear, and it's always, I was at the, did anyone go to the Wasilla Chamber when we were out here today? Okay. It was predictable what the questions were going to be. Prop 1, SB 91, usually a resource issue, a road issue. And those are important issues by themselves. But that doesn't determine the future of Alaska. And so for me entering this race, I know, I got asked a question or two already on this, it caused a lot of stir. And I know that. Because people say, oh my God, what have you done? There's 3 people now in the race. What does this mean? What will it look like? Who will win? Then you hear usually them say, Dad, loving. I said, no way in hell.